another draggy cigarette. I should've known that you'd given it another shot for the thrill of it.
So we had this glorious ice storm that really felt like a Missouri ice storm to me. It was freezing rain and it would freeze around the trees, and then each of the trees had maybe a quarter or half inch of ice just surrounding it. So as it began to thaw, all the trees started to come down, including my neighbor's tree. I think it's their tree, not my tree. Not quite sure. But it is definitely down and definitely going to be my issue. You can tell it's starting to get a little cold. My face is all red. But I wanted to show you what happened with this tree. So walking down my driveway, there's a tree in the right-of-way. And in Texas, our property laws are such that if it's a natural disaster, so not negligence by a homeowner. Negligence would be like if your tree was decayed and you knew it and you didn't take it down and it fell. But because this is just an act of God or a natural disaster, it's the responsibility of the person whose yard it falls into. So if it hits your house, it is your responsibility, not who owns the tree. So because of that, it means that this is in the right of way, and it is now the City of Austin's responsibility, since it is a City of Austin street. And so I called 311 and I put in a request, and they will come, and I'm going to try to catch them and make sure that they cut the whole branch down so that, you know, part of the branch that's not in the right of way doesn't fall on somebody. I'm sure they will do it anyway because they don't want that liability, but I just want to make sure. Then my other neighbor who cuts trees for a living, he did come over and talk to me about the options. So I could also have, you know, just pay to have it removed. He said when the city comes that they will leave the wood behind, and that it's not good firewood, so we can either chop it up really small and compost it, or we can have it hauled off and be $40 to $80. He can haul it off with some of his stuff as well, and we can kind of tag team it. So I figured it's going to be my responsibility when it fell. I heard it fall. I was sitting on the couch last night and it fell. But yeah, that's what's going on with the freeze. It's looked really cool out with all the trees all frozen and white, and felt like a little winter wonderland. I've been really lucky that I had electricity, which maybe 75% of my friends have at some point lost electricity. Not from the generation like it was in 2021 at that Valentine's Day storm, but from transmission, or I guess in this case it'd be distribution. So trees are busting and falling down all over the place. They fall down on the lines, and that means that it takes the line out and then that local area out, and then they'll have to, you know, shut down electricity for the grid, lock it out, go and fix it and turn it back on, which takes them a while. They're hoping to have it done within 2 days. So today is Thursday, so by Friday at 6 p.m. I heard. But they are really backed up. I'm not sure how fast they're working, and I did hear they're prioritizing the emergency grids, so, you know, the fire department, the grids that the hospitals are on, things like that, which makes sense. And that is how they prioritized it in the 2021 storm as well, where they left what power we did have go into those grids and turned off all the other grids, which I did a blog post about that and how it's kind of inequitable and how they should have been prepared, because the exact same thing happened in 2011. So yeah, that is out there if you want to read it. And as you can see, we're starting to get these storms more and more often. It worries me about the cacti that are not going to be able to survive too many more of these, and also my shade tree. This was the one shade tree we had. So that's what's going on in my neighborhood. We are inside just staying warm, and yeah, making sure that all my friends have power and have a place to go. And I have a roommate that's supposed to move in today, Prof, and it's gonna be really hard for him to move in if he can't pull into the driveway. So we're probably gonna have to lug things up from the street into the house, so that'll be fun. We'll see how that goes. Up to do these mobiles. Ready? We're going down. Look how pretty it is. This is actually a black. So I'm probably going to Okay, I figured I would show you this before it gets dark. There's a bit of trash here. I've got my little planters are starting. There's tomatoes and kale. It's my little sitting area where I pull the pillows up because otherwise the dog sits there and it gets very hairy. There's that dog. She's just over here hanging out. And hopefully have some wildflowers pop out of this planter. Succulents. This is coming along. Not a whole lot's changed. There's still the sitting area. There's some trees that's there from the felled tree in the front. We can go take a look at that. This is the carport. Yeah, all the trees here. There was one dead one. There was the one that fell into the street and then onto my carport. And then there was one more tree that was closer to the house. The neighbor wanted down. So I think we've got this one little maple, a bunch of invasive, which my neighbor who helped chainsaw all this might build something out of. They've got a like flat milling machine. This is all the wood. It's heavy. It doesn't look like it's big, and then you try to move it and you can't. It's so much. So many trees. Even this, like I would not be able to move some of the like the bigger piece there. And the gutter's down now. I did put in some shelving here. Got some crap on. Everything's very pink, isn't it? Okay, so I wanted to show you the progress of the house and how it's been coming along because I know it has been quite a while. And yeah, I thought it might be nice to do a whole house tour. So starting in the pink bedroom, I switched all of the lights so that the indoor ones are the ones I do color and the outdoor ones do not. Let me switch this around so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, so here is the bedroom. I love that I've got this little chair here now and the just a little corner with some greenery. Up at the top I've got a couple hats hanging and this pot, which is still just the pot that it came in. So that's that. Here's the bed. It's a tuft and needle one. I had gotten a purple one for a second and I didn't like the purple. I felt that everything was kind of sliding into the middle and I really just didn't like it. So I returned the purple one, got a tuft and needle, which was actually more inexpensive. So that was nice that I was able to do that and save $300. I've hung up the curtains, as you can see. Over towards the back is my little workshop. So this is all of the workshop things that I have that aren't just under the bed or in the closet. It is a nice little workspace. That's where I've been editing some videos for you all. So that's fun. My closet, we got the doors on at one point. And I've got some local art by Heather Sunderhurst. This one's got a little moon tower in it. I used to be able to see a moon tower from my other place, so it's nice to have a little moon tower. And then my bookshelf. Yeah, so this is somebody else's bike that is here right now. And my dresser, this is all furniture I had when I was growing up. My parents brought it in from St. Louis. So coming into this room, more bikes. This is the office. You see the cat is eating dinner. I've got this little couch with the footrest. I love this antique footrest. I've got my commuter bike, my fast bike, my art bike, and then just due to space, I've got the suitcase out. It's, yeah, it's not optimal, but that's the only way it'll fit. This is just some more art and computer things. I've got my big old antique mirror there. It came with me from the condo. And then my workstation, which is where I work most days. You see I need to change my calendar. This is the Army Corps calendar from February to March. There's dams and cats, so it's kind of perfect. I have a roommate now in the first room, so we won't go in there. I'll show you the bathroom. Is not the prettiest it's been since I've moved in, but it is coming along. Got all of these things. And then a very pretty medicine cabinet, which was one of the first things that I installed. So there's that. Coming into the front room. This table is my roommate's table he brought. It's quite nice. It pops up and then you can kind of work from there. So that is really lovely. I found this crate and barrel thing on Facebook Marketplace. I've got my little fertility vase that I love. A ball from Harley. And then this is a local artist who now lives in Seattle, so not local anymore. Got some plans. Still kind of working on how this looks over here and how the curtains get tied back. The kitchen turned out quite nice. You can kind of see it from here, where I've got the chairs. We can kind of sit around the island. There's no real table here, but this works for now. I ended up putting up this bar across the back to hang some things. A knife magnet, which I love. It's the same brand I have at my condo. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Oh, Schmidt. Those were knives that were my grandfather's, the little wood ones. And yeah, it's kind of plain over here. But it's looking quite nice. So that's the whole place. We're gonna cook some dinner, turn on some music, and hang out with the dog. So it's quite the Saturday night here.